first, apply your foundation. I use a foundation by Maybelline called Fit Me, and I'm going to apply my cheek color mainly to the actual apples of my cheek and then moving them on out to the outside. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to start with it's called The Velvets by Essence, and it's in a white color called Fluffy Clouds. And I'm applying that to my brow bone and onto my lid. And then I'm going to use a slightly golden shimmery eyeshadow that I have. It was in a palette that was a birthday gift to me, and I'm not exactly sure where it came from. And I'm just going to apply that a little bit onto my lid and into my crease. In the 1940s, for nighttime, they actually did add a little bit of a golden shimmer color. Next, I'm applying my liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to apply it very thin towards the center of my eye and then slightly wing it on the outside of my eye, being careful not to overdo it. Now on to mascara. So for my mascara, I use my False Lashes by Essence, and I'm focusing just on my upper lashes. I applied 2 coats to give it nice good volume. Next, I'm going to do my Lip Sense in Fly Girl. I'm going to do 3 coats of this, and while it's drying, I am actually going to apply my eyebrows as well. So for the 1940s, lips were curved and voluptuous, so that's what we're going with. Eyebrows also were curved and more following the natural arch as opposed to the 20s and 30s where they were very, very fine. So I'm going to just follow what I have naturally and go with that. Okay, next we're going to move on to hair. So what you're going to need is a 1-inch curling iron, bobby pins, pin curl clips, brushes, and Lady Luck pomade, and Big Sexy Hair Get Layered hairspray, and a couple of clips for just parting. So to start, you're going to section the front off, starting at the back of your part and going to the top of your ear for both front sections, and then clip them out of your way. We'll work with those later. And then you're going to take your back section and we're going to curl that. For this hairstyle, you really want to make sure your hair is not freshly washed. You want dirty hair. Mine is definitely dirty. And so for this curling pattern, you can actually go back and watch my 1920s curling, and it's the exact same pattern for the back of my head. And so I'm just going to do this top one and pin it to show you, and then you would work on down the back of your head and end up like that. I'm so sorry for the quality of this video. I'm not sure what happened. And so now we're going to move on to the front section, and you're going to take triangular sections and you're going to curl them to the back of your head instead of forward. And that's going to start our foundation for our victory rolls. And I went ahead and pin curled these ones in, or clipped them, I mean, just to kind of hold them out of the way. You don't really have to do that, but I decided to. I'm going to do it the exact same way on the other side as well. And once you have that done and it has set and is cooled completely, go ahead and take out those pins, and now we're going to do some teasing. I'm going to use my teasing brush for this and just backcomb it. Oh, and also a What a Tease in a bottle, which is amazing if you really want to get that tease nice and full. And the teasing, the more you do, the better it will be for pinning it later and smoothing it out. You'll have a foundation to pin to. So tease it all up. It's going to look lovely. And then I use my Lady Luck hair pomade to smooth away any of the flyaways and just to keep it all nice and smooth, I guess is the best word. So I'm going to apply it just on the outside of my hair and working it on into the sides and onto the ends. And then I'm going to use my smoothing brush to very gently smooth the hair up and over my hand. And this part is the tricky part. So you're going to want to roll it down to your head, adjusting as needed, and finding where you want it. Move it around as you need to, and then just gently pin on the inside to hold it in place, not permanently, but just for right now. until we fix the other side. Now we're going to do the exact same thing over here. We've teased it, and now we're going to gently roll it around our fingers until we get all the way down to the head. For authentic victory rolls, they actually touch in the middle, and I actually managed to get mine to touch this time. So you're going to want to pin them together at one point, but not quite yet. So gently just pin it down in place, and now we're going to add a few more bobby pins to adjust and moving hairs around as needed. So at this point, I kind of like how they're looking, so I'm going to go ahead and really secure them down. So adding another bobby pin in the middle of the victory roll, trying to hide them, and then one on the back of that one. Smoothing it all up in place. Using what was left of the Lady Luck pomade on my hand to really smooth everything down along with my smoothing brush. Actually, this is my backcomb brush. And once you have it where you want it, go ahead and really secure it with those bobby pins inside, really tucking them away. And I put one on the back of mine because I have layers. Give it a really good hairspray. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And there are your victory rolls. So I'll get closer so you can see. So now we're going to move on to the back. Go ahead and remove all those pin curl clips. And now we're going to do some more back combing after we get those curl clips out. So starting section by section, using that back combing brush again, make it nice and full. It's going to look a little scary, but trust me, it'll look nice in a minute. Go all the way down. And then flip it all back over, and then I use my smoothing brush to just gently smooth down the top layer. Don't brush through it too hard, but just gently smooth it down. Next, I'm using my Denman brush to actually mold and put the curls in place. So using a under brush motion, so brushing it underneath and rounding it under. And then I end up taking the entire section and brushing it towards the back of my head and under. And that's how it formed that initial curl, just like that. And to finish it off, I added a beautiful hair clip, my pearl earrings, because pearls are classic and timeless, and my lovely jacket. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I would love to see what you come up with.